Hello everyone, my name is Takriva, and this is Cities Skylines. As you might know, last week I went to PDXCon, and I had an amazing time, and I kinda made a promise to play Cities Skylines again, and the person I made this promise to, strangely enough, I've known for a few years now. I've been to 4 Paradox events, and at least on 3 of them I've spoken with her, and basically we're sort of acquaintances, I guess. I wouldn't call it friends per se, but every time we meet up at one of the Paradox events, it's like, hey, how are you doing? How's life? And, something like that. So, I mean, there's recognition with her and me, which says quite a lot, actually, to me personally, because this person is Marina Alikainen, who's also known as the CEO of Colossal Order, who makes this freaking game. So I kind of promised the person who managed this game coming out, and cannot stop talking about the fact it got her 2 Jaguars and a pony. It's a thing, apparently, that she likes to brag about. But yeah, this game, I promised her I'd play this again, and it's been 3 DLCs since I played. I last played this when After Dark came out, and now, since then, we've had Snowfall, we've had natural disasters, and now we have mass transit. So I got all the DLC from Paradox as well, / Colossal Order. Thank you for that as well. I mean, it's really nice of them to give out free keys to smaller YouTubers like myself, and it basically helps us promote their games as well. I mean, that is the general idea. It also allows me to give you some more of my OCD, because that's where this game, where it really brings it out. It's one of these builder games. It really starts me on my... I have very minimal OCD. It's not... I don't have any tics in real life that I constantly battle with or anything. I need some sort of structure. So to a sense, my room is a mess when I look to my right. My mom hates that. I know that much. The thing is, I like to do things in a certain way, and if I don't get to do them in the way that I prefer to do them, I get upset. Not necessarily at other people, but I get upset in general. And this doesn't reflect that much in everything. It's not really a big problem. It's a very mild form. But when I play Cities Skylines is when it really starts to appear. Now, I've said to myself, I'm gonna do a vanilla playthrough of Cities Skylines, and then I was like, hang on, there are some things that a vanilla game of Cities Skylines doesn't have, like the ability to unlock all the tiles in a region. So, yeah, by the way, I'm still a bit stuffy in my nose, because this frickin'... Whenever I fly, and I flew to Stockholm and back, whenever I fly, I get a cold. I had a massive cold/flu after I got back from Brighton on my holiday, and the past 3 weeks... Actually, it's only been 2 weeks since I'm back, right? No, it's been 3 weeks since I came back. And the past 3 weeks have just... My body has felt like crap, basically. But going to PDXCon has revitalized my want to bring out more videos again. Going back up to 3 videos a day is what I really want, because it helps with the growth of the channel as well. You guys keep coming in. I do plan to set up a Patreon account as well, and I'd like to do that over the next month, preparing that for the 4th year anniversary of the channel, which is due July 6th, actually. I believe I started my channel July 6th, 2013. I think that's when my first video went up. When June, July, May. Yeah, it was about a month after I came back from studying abroad is when I actually started recording stuff for the channel. I have many plans as well, but getting a Patreon account out there, it will not lock, I will not ever lock anything I make online for you. The Patreon is there for you guys to help support me if you want to do that. And basically, the more I get from Patreon, the more I want and can, mostly the can, invest into the channel as well. Hopefully, I'm not asking you to donate anything up front either. It's just, eventually I would love to make this my primary source of income, just the YouTube and everything. So starting on a Patreon and cultivating that as well allows me to eventually get to that point where I'm like, work is, well, an actual job is not important anymore because I get my money from you guys, as well as the advertising on YouTube, obviously. But that's nothing. Those amounts account to almost nothing because, well, there are not that many views, But things I'm thinking about, and you can help put in the comments about that as well, is more videos, more live streams. I have ideas for a special series I would like to do outside of gaming as well. One of them being, I would like to do a video series about, say, sorry. It's breathing and talking this much is still a little bit hard because of being sick all this time. So I had this idea that I would go out for a few weeks on a tour, starting in Normandy in France and making my way all the way along the path of what, for instance, the one of first airborne of the United States did in the war, as you might know with Band of Brothers. I mean, how does quarantine look nowadays? I know a lot about, of course, the Dutch part of Market Garden, obviously, since I was born and still live in the Netherlands. There's Bastogne. I've actually never visited Bastogne myself, and I'm like, I want to go there. And with your help, I could maybe make a cool series about this, eventually unlock that through. But I would want to make it a very serious series in development. I know I have a couple of friends who are either into filmmaking, into conflict studies, stuff like that, who I can ask, hey, would you be interested for this and this to help me with it? And then I can also pay for expenses. That's basically funding that project for me. That would be so cool. It would be something I would love to do at some point within the coming... I would like to do it within the coming 2 years, because 2019 will of course be the... I want to say 75th? Yeah, 75th anniversary of D-Day is June 6th, 2019. Right? 44 plus 56 is 2000. Plus another 19 is 75. So yeah, I definitely want to be... In 2 years' time, I will take a week off work and go to Normandy, France, regardless. That is my plan, to spend to at least witness the celebration and stuff in Normandy at that time. Anyway, I digress. This should be a video about playing Cities Skylines. But yeah, so I have ideas for the future. Hopefully you will support me. You will not need to support me, but it will help with channel growth, eventually making this my primary job. And thinking about things like, yeah, I want to go back to 3 videos a day, but say if there's a minimum amount, I can guarantee that, because then I'm like, yay, then I would actually feel like I'm being paid for it and have to put in the work as well. Even though I want to put in the work, sometimes it just isn't feasible, of course. And my job is quite demanding time-wise because of I work in shifts, so every week it's a different times I work, and I also want to play games outside of work or outside of YouTube, and there's not always time enough in the day, sadly. So eventually making this my primary job would be really cool. But for now, you can still enjoy my videos, of course, and you will always do this, hopefully. Wow, we've already talked for 10 minutes about this. So yeah, that's basically me just ranting and not actually playing the game. I should actually start playing the game now. Since I haven't played in so long, there's been some changes, obviously. There are now natural disaster brought disasters. Like, apparently there's now lightning strikes in the city, there's forest fires, there's meteors can even hit the city. That will be nuts. Mass transit adds a lot of transit-related things. Actually, a couple of mods have been made obsolete because they've actually been taken over by the developers and like, hey, your mod is really great, we're gonna put it in the game as a base version. Because they actually said so at ParadoxCon. Marina said, you know, there are things that are there are many people still playing without any mods. And we feel that some mod functionality needs to be in the base game. So there's that. So I'm gonna do this the same way I did with my first and second campaign. I will start without mods and then add more over time. Hopefully you can give me insight into what good mods would be to add, like buildings and stuff, and some other vehicles that would be cool. Hopefully not a lot that is subject to content copyright infringement, because that would be horrendous, of course. Anyway, we're going to look at mods. There are I have enabled 3 mods. Not entirely sure if precision engineering is necessary. Oh, well, it is. Maybe I'm going to start without. I have it downloaded because it gives some things. Maybe I wouldn't need it at all. But of course, the most important one is all areas purchasable. Purchase up to 25 areas instead of 9. That is basically the mod that we need, regardless, because I want to build a big city. And I'm going to play this as a game. There are some people who build this like unlimited money or unlock all progression. I don't want to do that. I want to just build up the city from the ground up and make it evolve naturally. And because I just want this one mod to be able to build a lot more area, I also got the mod that will still allow me to get achievements for when I have mods enabled. It's pretty much it. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit more, just in case. That should be fine. So there are so many mods now. They actually said at ParadoxCon 3.5 million copies, more than 3.5 million copies of the game have been sold so far. And there are over 114,000 mods in the game. Which basically means there's a mod for every 30-ish, 30-35 players. Every 30-35 players, somewhere in between that number, has a mod or asset that they can use, a unique one. That's nuts. Anyway, I want to play on one of the 3 new maps from Mass Transit, and there is Arid Plains, there is Regal Hills, and there is 7 Lakes. Now I believe Regal Hills, that has the base theme of European, I believe Regal Hills actually has a coastline. And I like to build up to a coastline, just to get a coastal cities. So, after almost 14 minutes, we finally load into our game. I've just been talking for 14 minutes about like what I want to do in the future, about the fact that I promised the CEO of the developers who made this game. Holy crap, hang on, pause that. That is really loud. I'm going to put the main volume even further down then. Ambient, I think that's ambient. Let's put that on a little bit further. It's still really loud, isn't it? Wow. It's still loud, but this should be fine. So, welcome to Regal Hills. Is this... Yeah, this goes out to sea. I think actually Arid Plains also has a coastline, but this has an obvious... Oh, no way. This is why I didn't want to play this map, because the rivers look really strange in this one. That's why I didn't want to play this one. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm gonna go back to the main menu now and load into the other map. So yeah, oh yeah, new things in mass transit. When building roads, you can now go back. Dots for optimal placement of roads to get zoning areas to match. And building road, there are guidelines. Oh yeah, so they actually added precision engineering, so I don't need that. Roads now have names. That's pretty cool. So leave a comment, maybe I'll name a road after you in the future. Show routes, so that's pretty cool. Much more. Train station can now be set to only accept local trains. We have ferries, elevated monorails, blimps, and cable cars. Pretty nice. There are some scenarios that we're not checking out. There are the hub buildings that combine monorail and train. Is this one? This one I believe is monorail and buses. That's pretty cool. Highways with more road types as well, and landmark buildings that are related to transport. Okay, I got it. New game yet again. I'm not gonna get anything really done here. So we just were in Regal Hills, but I really don't like that start. I don't like it. That's why we're going to Arid Plains. 7 Lakes. While it looks like a really interesting map to play on, I have no idea what to do with the poop in this game. There are these lakes, you can almost pump them dry, I feel almost so. There's also some of the older ones from Natural Disaster, but I feel like I'll just go with Arid Plains for now. Yeah, that's... I did check out the mods before I or the maps before I decided which one to take, and I forgot that I decided on the other one. So... It's now 17 minutes into this video and I still haven't built a single frickin' road. I just needed something to freshen up my throat. So, welcome to Arid Plains, and it's now called Lakefield, I believe. Can I not... I forgot to give the city a name. I'm so... out of this game right now. Okay, don't show this again. I got it. New game. Arid Plains. Name of the city. This shall be New Dawn. No, that would be Horizon New Dawn. I'm not gonna name it Marinaville. But no, I shouldn't do that. What should I actually name this one? Oh, now I'm so bad at naming things as well. I mean, is Lakefield... Oh, it just removed all city names right now. What should I name this city? And we built this city... Well, I could just go back to Lakefield now. You know what? I had the idea of New Dawn in my head. I'm gonna keep it on right-handed traffic because it just feels more natural as someone not from the UK. Okay, and we have about a minute left to build things before this episode ends. You know, I'll make this episode a little bit longer just because I've been talking about not playing this game for 20 minutes almost. Let's start by building some roads and zoning the areas next to them. Hey, Chirper! I love Chirper. I actually got a second Chirper mug now at ParadoxCon. Disasters. Oh right, disasters are on, by the way, so that might be interesting in the future. Now, let's see, here's our highway connection. Build roads, yes I know. What can I start off with? So only regular roads now? I have only unlocked regular roads. Well, that's useful. Okay, now we need this one. No. There we go. That is just the start of that. There are so many more roads available nowadays. 2-lane one-way road with trees. I think that's a new one. 2-lane one-way road with tram tracks. Right, Snowfall added trams, and now we get to play with trams as well. 4-lane road, 6-lane road, 6-lane one-way road, but it's a regular road, it's not a highway road. There's also like highways and stuff. They added like 4-lane highways and 2-lane highways now as well. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Anyway, let's just add... Huh. You know, eventually I'll get to the point where I'm like, I like bendy roads too. But for now, let's keep it at some simple things. This will be our center area. Yeah. Oh, you get to see the angle. It has to be a minimum of a 45-degree angle. See, if I build I should just build a road here. That gives us maximum coverage of all the area, basically. And let's do it here too. There we go. So, we also need to make an area a little bit further away for industry, probably. But for now, let's start off with making all of this. Oh, there, Elizabeth White Street, Stephanie Street, White Street, Blackwell Street, Beach Street. Stephanie Street is the one... Oh, wow, it goes all the way around. There's all Stephanie Street. So we have D-Zone, we have some commercial areas that I can add. Where are they? Here they are. I don't want to add commercial on this area just because of that's the traffic that's going to be caused just from people moving in and... Oi. Don't know why that was happening. The traffic that's going to be caused because of the highway on and off ramps, that would just be terrible right now. So that's the starting area for this. Then I'm going to make a road this way. Not connecting it to the highway, obviously. That would be terrible, terrible, terrible idea. If I do this, will it be allowed or not? No, it will not. So I need to go cancel this road. I need to extend this to one shorter and then go to the right. This will allow me some, this will allow me some reasonable freights as well. I just want the industry to be over here for now. I'm just gonna leave industry like that for the time being. We're gonna need power and we're gonna need water. So the first power option is wind turbine or coal power plant. And basically the coal and wind is like, hey, look guys, that's really nice. It's 8 here. It's better than over here, yeah. Also the area around it is the noise it produces. We're going to need to build a long road. Because we're also going to need to put the water somewhere as well. So we're first going to put down our first windmill. And then we'll add some electricity along this line. I am not 100% sure if that is perfectly fine or not. We could do with a water tower. Or just go straight into pumps. I mean, they cost the same. And they do double the amount of pumping. Definitely gonna need a drainage pipe anyway. Okay. Heating? Oh. Heating facilities. Oh, boiler station. Produce heat for your citizens with a good old-fashioned boiler station. Make sure that building is connected to upgraded water pipes and can distribute heating to buildings. Boiler station uses oil to produce heat. While using geothermal energy is not as effective as fossil fuels, it is very safe for the environment. Okay. I don't know what that actually will do. I think it has to do with the Snowfall expansion, probably. Fleet of vacuum trucks that are sent out when there are flooded buildings in the city. Oh, Anti-flooding. The city pumps more water than it needs. The access is stored in the tanks. Oh, that's also pretty cool. Anyway, we'll just see. Oh, this is perfect, by the way. We build it here. It should be... Do they need road access? I don't even remember anymore. And just for the sake of ease, I'm just gonna put the pipes underneath the roads. There we go, that's perfect coverage of our first area. We have some power going, and now we of course need to build this as far away as possible. And it's gonna need some power too. That's now been connected, and now it needs power. I'm just gonna do that the lazy way, I guess. Okay, well, let's unpause and let the power spread. Local power plant is online. Maybe I'll get my TV working again. Hashtag reality shows. Power is now spreading. Excellent. Let's get power up till here-ish. That should be enough. Hopefully people will soon start coming into the city. So we have power, and they of course are starting to build on the other side, but this should soon spread along this line. Oh no, everyone's unhappy right now. I haven't played this in so long. There are people coming into the city. And this is going to be a long episode, isn't it? Just because I wanted to get some buildings done too. Hopefully it spreads far enough, because we need power over here. Good. It's almost... We just need some buildings over here, and then we have power. They have water, so that's a good thing. Or at least they should have. No, they have water access. And the pipes are doubled, which is always useful. And it's just the power. Oh, really? It doesn't cross over? Fine. I know they will not like it. I need to make some more housing available here. And probably some industry on this side as well, just to make sure that the power will spread. Hopefully there are some buildings going to come over here. Come on, we need the power to spread. Build new buildings on this side. City feels so safe. Thank you, Elizabeth Holmes. Charlie Harris likes the fresh water. See more birds, green energy. Well, I guess for now we're actually going to have to do this. Just to make sure everyone has power right now. And the city will keep growing that way. Soon enough we'll be able to remove this one away. Well, here comes some... oh, industry is building up. There is some commercial also coming in. We already have 220 people living here. Oh, more industry pumping. What are we getting? A neighborhood shop. And look at these simple houses. The Coleridge residence. Needs more education to be upgradable right now. That is fine. Yeah, I need to dezone these for now because of the stupidity necessary here. Yes, I can build one more here. Actually, if we get a commercial building here, that would also transfer all the power that we need right now. I want to play this at a slow pace, though. Just not... I mean, we're going to need money pretty soon anyway. These are the taxes. Oh no, these are the costs. I can actually put down the water for now. There should be sufficient water flow with... Yeah, it said at half the cost you get a quarter of the... you get a quarter of the capacity. So at least that will make our income be a little bit better. These are our incomes. So total income is 576. Our total expenses are 792. Oh, day and night. Right, you can set separate budgets for day and night cycle. It's been a while since I've played, as I said. Anyway, it's been plenty of time now. The city has started, the city of New Dawn. People are moving in. I love it. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date in the future. I'll see you guys later.